Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Tonight, we are planning on finishing out Season 5, Round 2 of the Solo Crisis League. Well, at least finishing out for me. There's still plenty of time for our players. I'll talk more about what the Solo Crisis League is a little bit later. I'm probably just going to get started. So, my character choices for this round are Omen and Batgirl. Now, what's that mean? I went with Omen. Okay, I'm just going to start right up front. I went with Omen, but I'll start with Batgirl. Once during each of your turns, you may discard a punch card. If you do, draw a card. That's a good ability. It means you have one less punch card in your hand, and that they can be a little more useful, and they can fill your deck, so if you have to destroy something, you can destroy a punch card. They're okay. And it's an okay ability in like a regular game to like stack up on those punch cards and be able to use it like that, have that like what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say fodder, but the I guess some wiggle room in your deck. So maybe you want to play it, maybe you want to discard it to draw something else. It gives you a few options with your hand. And that's nice. It's not so great in the setup we're using with Heroes Unite in Crisis 4, because there's going to be obviously 7 punches at the beginning, and discarding them and going through the deck faster is going to make Slade Wilson's attack hit you harder and more often. So I don't really want that to happen. Now we went with Omen, which has its own risks that I'll talk about in a second. Each time you discard an ongoing card you control from play, you may put it on the bottom of your deck. Now, what's so wrong with that? Each time you put a discard card from you may put it on the bottom of your deck. Okay. There's only one card in this setup that you can use to discard ongoing cards, and that's Damian Wayne. It's a hero card from Crisis 4. So like I said, we're using Heroes Unite plus Crisis 4. Heroes Unite has no cards that do that. And Crisis 4 just has 2 copies of the one card, and it is Damian Wayne. So we're going to need those cards for this to work. The one thing I did think of, though, is that there is the ability for different Crisis cards to make you discard ongoing cards, and you'd be able to put them on the bottom of your deck instead of in your discard pile, according to this text at least. So hopefully we can make that happen. There's that. So basically we're going with Omen. Even though there's a chance we could lose those cards to the crisis, or I'm sorry, even though there's a chance we could lose those cards to personal crises, such as getting both Damian Waynes happen to be destroyed by a personal crisis, which would be unfortunate but possible, there are still a few things we can do with her, more so than we can do with Batgirl. So we're going with Omen. I actually just realized I forgot to get my starting hand out, so let's do that. We got our 7 punches. 5, 6, 7. And we got to get our 3 vulnerabilities. Get those right out of the box. Here. 1, 2, 3. Alright. I'm just going to shuffle this up. And we will get these cards out. So we have a blank. Nightstorm. Wow, Black Lantern Corps. Lots of villains already. Donna Troy. Fantastic card to have, especially early in the game. And Birthday Cake. Those are 2 good cards, but they're expensive. We're probably going to be getting rid of villains faster than we are anything else. Maybe we'll get the Villainous Lineage as our starting crisis, and things will be a lot nicer. Crossing my fingers on that one, because that would really make all of this worth it. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's see, our first personal crisis is Survivor's Guild. That's exactly what my last one was. This is a terrible one to start with. Each time a weakness or starter you own is destroyed, add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. 2 cards owned by players must be destroyed during a turn. That's pretty hard to do early in the game. I have no destruction in this deck. It's just punches and vulnerabilities. But we'll see what we can do. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 power, which we will use to get Birthday Cake, because that's a very clear winner at 3 power from 1 card. That'll turn some turns around really quick. So 1 card coming out and 1 getting destroyed because of Survivor's Guild. All right, we have 1, 2, 3 power. We're gonna go ahead and get a kick. Again, I'm just shooting to get higher power cards at this point. We don't have a lot of other functions we can use just yet. Not much we can defend against. So we're going to go just to get high power hands so that maybe we can beat Slade Wilson and not have Survivor's Guilt too long. So I did gain 1 weakness, and that is because Slade Wilson there makes us get a weakness whenever we shuffle our discard pile. Card coming out, card getting destroyed. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 power. With that, we're going to get a kick, and we're also going to get rid of Talon. So we did a little bit of each that time at least. New card coming out, new card getting destroyed. That's a 1 lantern ring down. 1 lantern ring down. Alright, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now that's a little bit better. We're going to go ahead and get Donna Troy, and we're going to get rid of Blank. New card coming out, new card getting destroyed. Oh, what is Blackfire doing in there? This is not in the right deck. I don't know how that happened. I should just real quick, okay. Just making sure I didn't make a mistake over there. Huh. So new card should be getting destroyed. I don't know how Blackfire ended up in there. That's really weird. It doesn't normally happen. I'm usually really good about picking up that stuff. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Birthday Cake at 3, 4, 5, 6 power. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna get Katana. No, we're gonna get rid of both of these 3-cost villains. Get them out of here. New card coming out, and then a card to destroy. 2, 3, 4, 5. How are we doing? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power. We're gonna go ahead and get Katana and Water Bearer. New card coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5, 6 power. 6 power. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of Black Lantern Corps. I'm really hoping to get rid of Slade Wilson soon. Can't do that if there's any villains in the lineup. New card coming out. New card getting destroyed. Alright, we just lost World's Mightiest Mortal. That is a pretty good card. Not excited about that. Gotta turn this around. Survivor's Guilt is a terrible personal crisis to start with. But here we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 3, 4, 5, 6 power. We're gonna go ahead and get Superboy and get rid of Talon. So we're doing an okay job building a deck here. We don't have much going on to get rid of this crisis yet, though. Gotta get rid of Slade Wilson first, and hopefully get rid of the next crisis very quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You may put the next ongoing card you buy or gain this turn into your hand. Ongoing card, and we'll just play it to get it out there. New card coming out. New card getting destroyed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not a great hand. We have 1, 2 power. It's enough to buy this Vigilant Guard, so I'll take it. Again, still no destruction cards. Survivor's Guilt is going to stick around for a while, it looks like. We just lost Star Sapphire Power Ring. We're losing a lot of good cards. We're just throwing them away. We're going to have to alter our strategy pretty heavily if we lose too many more. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6 power. We'll use that to get rid of Nightstorm, and we'll go ahead and buy a kick. Hopefully that'll come up a little more often than some of these punches are. New card coming out, new card getting destroyed. Gotta get rid of that birthday cake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is all we got this turn. That's enough to buy another birthday cake. 4 power to get a 3 power card, and the next time you play it, it's pretty good. Really want to get that Slade Wilson out of here. I really do. Put a superpower from my discard pile into my hand. I'm gonna go with this kick. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sure, we'll buy Science Cell. A new card will come out and a new card will get destroyed. We just lost our first Unity card. This is getting bad. You know, I haven't had a lot of really bad starts to Crisis 4 games, but these last few have been that way. They all get fine, they're all fine by the end, but early on they've been pretty painful. 1, 2, 3, 4 power. That's enough to get rid of this Manhunter, but gain nothing. New card coming out. New card getting destroyed. So we got one Damian Wayne and we lost the other. So at least they were close together like that, I guess. So if we get that Damian Wayne in play, we can use the Omen ability as often as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 3 power, 4 power, 5 power, 6 power, which we will use to buy Damian Wayne, and we will move on to this next turn. Do whatever we can to play that card as often as possible. Just lost a Starbolt. Is the top half of this deck just all the strongest cards in the game? Is that what happened? 3, 4, 5, 6, and I can put a superpower from my discard pile into my hand. It's just Vigilant Guard at 7. We'll go ahead and get White Lantern Power Battery, but that's all we're going to get. New card coming out, new card getting destroyed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is not going well. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can at least buy both of these. But that's all we can do. New card out, new card destroyed. Okay, Warm Embrace with that Superboy card we have. That's a good combo. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is enough to buy Warm Embrace. So we're doing okay there. New card coming out, new card getting destroyed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3 power. Let's get that Whirlwind because we are in for a world of weaknesses. So it's a good chance we'll have to discard some cards. That'll help us renegotiate our hand with the deck. See what they think then. New card coming out, new card getting destroyed. So we lost a few Unity cards, but we did manage to keep 1 or 2. Hopefully we can get those out very soon. All right, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will use that to buy Teen Titans, which because of Water Bearer we can put in our hand. 6, 7, 8. We will buy 1 kick with that, but that's it. That's coming out, and this is getting destroyed. All right. Gain all power rings from the lineup and put them into your hand. Then gain any card from the lineup and put it on the top of your deck. We're just going to obviously destroy it because it's a villain. 3, 4, 5 powers, all we got. That's not enough. All right. So far, this is going not great. Still need to get rid of Slade Wilson. An early Survivors Guild has really hindered us again. We're going to start with Whirlwind to discard our hand and draw 4 new cards. Alright, that's better. We will play Damian Wayne. You may discard any number of ongoing cards you control. Draw a card for each card discarded this way. We're going to discard both, and because of Omen, we can put them on the bottom of our deck. So we're going to put them both on the bottom of our deck. And we're going to draw 2 cards. So we're at 3 powers so far. 6, 7, 8, 9. I can put a superpower from my discard pile into my hand. Is it in here? Oh man, did we already have Warm Embrace come through? Looks like we did. 10, 11, 12. That is enough though to get rid of Mr. Zaz and defeat Slade Wilson. We're going to see what that means for us soon. I don't know what new crisis is in store for us, but at the very least, something new will happen. Alright, our new crisis is Trial by Combat. Each time a villain enters the lineup, you discard a card. I need to contribute a single defense card. I do have a defense card in hand, but I might be using it against this villain. Let's see what it says. It is Psimon. Each player destroys 2 cards in their hand, then passes each other card in their hand to the discard pile of the player on their left. We will destroy a weakness and a kick. And the rest of the pile, discards their cards in hand to the hand of the player on the left. So it just goes back to me. So I do get to keep those cards at least. So 1 card comes out, 2 get destroyed because there's 2 personal crises. And those are 2 very, very good cards. We are getting hurt today. This is going to be given to Trial by Combat, and that crisis is over. 3, 7. I mean, that's a great amount of cards, but we're going to go ahead and get Crimson Whirlwind. Hopefully that'll help. New card coming out. 1 card to destroy because we have 1 personal crisis. Really need to get rid of Survivor's Guilt, but I don't have destruction cards, so I don't really have a way to do it at this time. Biometric Exosuit, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power. We will buy Skeets. We are getting to the point that we need to stop buying some cards so that we have a smaller deck so we can move through it faster. But like Survivor's Guild wants, we need to destroy some of these cards to make it a little bit smaller first. Got to get rid of those starter cards, all those weaknesses that we gained from Slade Wilson. A lot to do before our deck is going to be running smooth. We can go ahead and put Infinity Island out here. Titans together will get us 1, 2, 3 power, 4, 5 power. We'll get another Skeets. New card comes out. New card getting destroyed. It's another Unity card. I'm really getting beat up on this Survivor's Guilt again. Alright, 3, 7, 8, 9. We'll buy Daughter of Gotham City. We'll buy 1 kick. And that's that. Card coming out and a Survivor's Guilt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to start with Whirlwind, discard my hand, and draw 4 new cards. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to discard both of these, but I'm going to use Infinity Island to put this one back in my hand, and we're using Omen to put this one on the bottom of my deck. So then I get to draw 2 cards. So we're at 5 power. 6, 7, 8. I mean, I don't need to spend anything else. We can just buy Battering. I don't even want Battering. It can stay out there. I'm not getting what I need. What I need is the Omen Unity card. Or Soul Taker Sword. Or anything to destroy things. Why is there another supervillain in here? Something happened. Something happened. I don't know what. But something happened. I think maybe the villains I'm not using ended up in my Crisis 4 deck. And then they ended up getting shuffled in. That's what I'm suspecting happened. Let me just check my Crisis 4 stack. That's exactly what happened. They ended up mixed in with my Crisis 4 cards after I chose the villain stack. And then they got shuffled into the main deck. Sorry about that. Card coming out and a card getting destroyed. 2, 4, 6, 9, 10. I was hoping I could get there, but it didn't happen. We will buy Helmet of Fate and stop there. It's a good defense card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 3 power here. 4, put a superpower from my discard pile into my hand. Where do I have Warm Embrace? I do. So we're at 4, 8 power now. 9, and I can put a hero from my discard pile on top of my deck or draw a card. We're gonna draw a card. 10, 11. That is exactly what I wanted. That's enough to say goodbye to Psimon. So he's gone. And we can at least say we're moving through the villains now, but we're still stuck with Survivor's Guilt, which is really beating us up. It really is. It is a tough crisis to start with. If you don't get the destruction cards early enough, you could be stuck with it for a while. I mean, I'm on my, we're going to be starting our 3rd supervillain, and we still have it out there. Let's see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see what our new personal crisis is. It's gonna be Malfunction. That's good for battering. Discard each equipment you control. You can't play equipment. Contribute 2 equipment. Okay, a new villain is the brain and Monsieur Mallah. Each player flips their superhero face down. You know what? We're going to defend against this. A Vigilant Guard. I get to draw a card for doing that. Okay. Just reading the text real quick. There we go. I wish I had drawn down a Troy. That's a better defense card. So, we will 3 power here, which we will use by battering. Then, I'm going to play Crimson Whirlwind. I may put my deck into my discard pile, which I will. We have 5 power here. I can't play this equipment, but we're going to save it for later. We'll buy Hawk Girl, and we'll end our turn there. Did I destroy 2 cards? I don't think I even put a card out. So that should come out, and then these 2 should get destroyed. And instead of Hawk Girl, we'll buy Titans together. Okay, so then, still out there, so that's 1 card coming out, and 2 more getting destroyed. Losing Shazam and Mara Al Ghul. Alright, that's 2 Hawk Girls. Those are good cards, so I'm not going to complain about that. I'll complain about other things, maybe. About how Survivor's Guild came up twice as my first Crisis in Crisis 4 today. Not great. Alright, can't play equipment, huh? Here's 1 for you. How much do you need? 2? Biometric Exosuit or Birthday Cake. I'd rather play neither. I'm just going to give it Water Bearer for now. I can't play the other cards, so we'll give it Birthday Cake. There's 2 equipment. You're welcome. They're removed from the game. Malfunction is over. I can at least play Biometric Exosuit now to get 3 power, which is enough to buy 1 of the Hawk Girls. New card comes out, only 1 getting destroyed by Survivor's Guild. That's a Plastic Man. We're almost halfway through this main deck already. That's absurd. That's not normal for a Crisis game. A Crisis 4 game this early, at least. Put a superpower from my discard pile into my hand. There is not 1 there. So that's 1 power, 2, 3, 4, and that's all we're going to get. We can at least gain a card from the lineup. We'll gain Plague, which just gets it destroyed, and we'll buy Hawk Girl with our 4 power. So far, so good. We're at least moving a bit, but we don't have what we need to make Survivor's Guild go away. And that's what we want to happen. We want it to go away. Damian Wayne. We will discard these 2 cards and draw 2 cards. So, we'll use Infinity Island to let this one go to our hand, and we'll use Omen to put Biometric Exosuit at the bottom of our deck. So that's 2 power, and I get to draw 2 cards. 3 power, and I can put a superpower into my hand, but I don't think there's 1 here. There is not. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 power is enough to beat the Brain and Monsieur Mallah. So we are moving. We are making things happen. But that Survivor's Guild just keeps following us from one step to the next. I guess that's the idea. Just not a fan right this second. Alright. New personal crisis is Inflated Ego. Discard each card with cost 1, 2, or 3 you control. You cannot play cards of cost 1, 2, or 3. Contribute 2 cards with cost 1, 2, or 3. And then our new villain is Crisis Superboy Prime, who we will defend against with either Skeets or Donna Troy. Probably Donna Troy. You reveal this card from your hand to avoid an attack. If you do, draw a card and then discard this card unless you discard an ongoing card you control. Okay. Perfect. We will... or do I want to do... put a hero from my discard pile in my hand? You know what? We'll do that instead. We're going to use Skeets. We can put a hero from our discard pile into our hand. It's probably going to be Damian Wayne, but I'm just looking at the other options real quick. Yeah, it's going to be Damian Wayne. But we avoided the attack either way. Still have to have a card come out. you know, instead of Damian Wayne, I'm going to get a hero that costs 1, 2, or 3 so that we can just contribute it right away. Like Daughter of Gotham here. She's not my favorite. Okay, so 1 card came out and 2 have to be destroyed for our personal crises. So Daughter of Gotham goes to Inflated Ego, and so does this Kick. They are both removed from the game, and Inflated Ego is already over. That's how much easier some of these other personal crises are than Survivor Guilt. They went away right away. Meanwhile, this one's followed me since the very first turn of the game. So, 3 power here, 4, 5, 6, and I can put this in my discard pile, but I won't. I'll just buy Blue Lantern Power Ring and move on in my day. We need something that destroys anything. Anything. Just lost Soul Taker Sword, a card that destroys. Okay. There's Titans together, so that's 4 power, 5, 6, 7. We're not going to buy anything. New card coming out, new card getting destroyed. We do have a lot of good cards in our hands, but in our deck, but they just aren't coming together. So 1, we'll discard this hand and draw 4 new cards. That's better. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I can either draw a card or put a hero on top of my deck. What's my choice here? I'm thinking I put Damian Wayne on top of my deck for next turn. So with that 9 power, we'll buy Winged Warrior. And we'll move on for our next turn. New card comes out. New card getting destroyed. Another great card destroyed. Man, this is painful to watch. I'm happy. Crisis 4 usually is very easy, so it's nice to have a little challenge to it. But having Survivor's Guilt as that first card, that is probably the toughest one you can get. Here is Biometric Exosuit, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 power. Then 6, 7 power, and we're going to discard all 3 of these, use an Infinity Island to put this one in my hand, and Omen to put these 2 at the bottom of my deck. So that was ability to draw 2 of them. That was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and vulnerability here. So, we're going to go ahead and say goodbye to Crisis Superboy Prime, leaving me with 3 power, but we're not going to buy anything with that. Ah, man. Again, I still have the very first personal crisis from the game. I beat 3 other ones, but 4 villains now. And it's still there, because I don't have any destruction cards. They just aren't showing up. Or they're getting destroyed by personal crisis. Villainous Lineage. Each time you buy, gain, or defeat a villain, add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. Players may contribute villains they buy, gain, or defeat to this crisis. Contribute 3 villains. That one's not usually so bad, it just kind of depends on when those villains come out. Like for instance, we just lost one. And also we lost Deadman. Deadman, when you buy him, destroys 2 cards, which would instantly get rid of Survivor's Guilt. But he's gone now. He's gone now. Terra. Do I have a defense? I do not. Each player destroys 2 cards they control. For each they cannot gain a weakness. That's both of these cards destroyed. That is a big part of my strategy gone. This is getting ugly. 2, 4, 5, 6. We will at least buy Wally West and hope for a better day. 1 card coming out. 2 cards to destroy. We just lost Omen and Soul Taker Sword. Those are 2 destruction cards we just lost to this personal crisis. We might lose this game. It's very possible. We're going to start with Crimson Whirlwind. You may put your deck into your discard pile, which we will. 2. And here's why. Because we have Hawkgirl, 3 power, and +1 for each hero in my discard pile. So 1, 2, 3. Count those heroes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 power. Then guess what? We have it again for 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 power total, 17, 18 for fun. Alright, that's goodbye to Terra. It's that easy to get rid of her. But I still have all of these. At least she goes towards Villainous Lineage. And when we beat a villain, a new card comes out. So 18 minus 11 leaves me with 9 that we will use to buy another Warm Embrace. We have 4 left over, but we're not going to buy any of those cards. Okay, so now we're going to have a third personal crisis, which is going to hurt us even worse. That Survivor's Guild is a no fun card right now. If it had come out 3 or 4 villains into the game, not a problem. But when it comes out in that first one, it really beats you up fast. 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, it's personally destroying every card I can use to get rid of it. Alright, our new personal crisis is Sudden Loss. Discard each ongoing card you control. You cannot play ongoing cards. Contribute 2 ongoing cards. Okay. Ongoing cards are part of my character's needs, but whatever. Whatever. Alright, let's see what our new villain is. Crisis Dr. Light. Each player reveals 4 cards from the top of the main deck. Add each villain revealed this way to the lineup and destroy the other revealed cards. No. I will defend against that with Donna Troy here. You may reveal this card from your hand to avoid an attack. If you do, draw a card. Then discard this card unless you discard an ongoing card you control. I don't control any, so I just get to draw a card. Alright. 3 power. We're going to give Titans Together to Sudden Loss. I do not want to, but I don't feel like I have a choice. We didn't have a card come out yet. And then destroy 3 of them. 3 cards destroyed. 3 power. 4 power total. I don't want any of those cards. So there's nothing to buy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just keep running through this main deck hard today. 1 and then 3 destruction. We lost another Dead Man. Dead Man again. You buy Dead Man and you instantly get to destroy 2 cards. To beat Survivor's Guild, you destroy 2 cards. Survivor's Guild has now destroyed both copies of Dead Man in this game. And there's no way to get him back. I might just lose this one. This might be a heavy hit for me. Alright, let's see what happens. Can't play Wally West because he's an ongoing card. We're going to... What are we going to do? I could get rid of Wally West, call Sudden Loss over. I think I have to. I don't want to. I'd rather give it Biometric Exosuit or one of my locations. I don't want to give it Wally West. I'm going to save Wally West. Let me see what's in my discard pile real quick. Okay. We're going to start with Whirlwind, discard our hand, and draw 4 new cards. Hopefully save that Wally West card. I need it. It's the only way I'm going to get through this. 5, 6, 7, 8, and I get to count the heroes in my discard pile. 9, 10, 11 power, so that's goodbye to Manhunter. 11 minus 3 brings us down to 8 power, and that's going to add a card to the lineup. We'll get rid of Ocean Master, bringing us down to 6 power and ending Villainous Lineage. Adding another card to the lineup, though. 6 power. That's over. With our 6 power, we're going to buy Oa, because that could help quite a bit. So that went better. I saved that one a little bit. That was not a good-looking turn. We turned it around a bit. To get a new card coming out, and still 2 get destroyed for our 2 personal crises. Biometric Exosuit, here you go. That is 2 ongoing cards. This personal crisis is now over. We still have Survivor's Guilt and no way of beating it. Just no way. 2, 4 power that we will use to say goodbye to Mr. Zaz, and we will end our turn there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New card to come out, new card to destroy. I guess all the villains are right here in the middle of the deck. 1, put a superpower from my discard pile into my hand. Probably Warm Embrace, but what else do we have? Nope, that's the one. 5 power. 6, 7, I can either draw a card or put a hero on top of my deck. I'm gonna put a hero on top of my deck. So 5, 6, 7 power total is enough to get rid of the Demon Etrigan. And then these weaknesses do nothing. New card coming out, new card getting destroyed. That's a destruction card. Red Lantern Power Ring allows you to destroy a card, and we are going to use that as soon as I get it, trust me. Wally West says draw a card. Gain all Lantern Rings from the lineup and put them into your hand, thank you. Then gain any other card from the, oh, I gain Orange Lantern Ring too. Then gain any other card from the lineup and put it on top of your deck. We'll gain Ocean Master, but since it's a villain, it goes away. Let's do Red Lantern Power Ring. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck, leave one on top, and destroy the other one. Oh man. I don't really want to destroy either of these, of course. All the cards I want to destroy in my deck, these are on the list. We're gonna destroy... We'll destroy Science Cell. Science Cell is destroyed for 6 power. Gain an equipment from the lineup of cost 5 or less and add it to your hand. We'll add Legion Flight Ring to our hand to draw a card. Now I can put a hero on top of my deck or draw a card. We'll put Superboy on top of my deck. So that's 6 power. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Count the heroes in my discard pile. 12, 13, 14 power, 15 power total. Because we destroyed a card has to be added to the lineup. 15 is enough to beat Crisis Dr. Light and move on with our turn. So, again, we have 1 destruction card now, but no way to use it twice. I'm gonna have to find a copy of Plastic Man if we can. Our new personal crisis is Depowered. Discard each superpower you control. You can't play superpowers. Contribute 2 superpowers. Then our new villain is Clock King. Do I have a defense? I do not. Each player destroys an equipment they control and an equipment in their hand. For each cannot gain a weakness. So we have to gain 2 weaknesses because we have no equipment right now. Man. Man, oh man. New card coming out. 2 cards getting destroyed. There's Plastic Man. I think we're out of Plastic Man. Okay. Damian Wayne. We will discard Wally West, put him to the bottom of our deck, and draw a card. That's 2 power. Here's a kick for Depowered. 3, 4, 5, 6, and put a superpower into my hand. Here's another kick for Depowered. Destroyed. That's the end of that one, at least. I had 6 power, which we will use to get Power of the Green. And that's it. That's all we're going to do with that. Man. 1 card coming out, 1 card getting destroyed. How are we going to do this? Here's Wally West. No, not yet. Not yet. Nope, nope, nope. We're going to play Hawk Girl. 1 power plus 1 for each hero. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 power. Okay, 8 power, that's pretty good. Getting close. We can now draw a card. Shuffling things up to do that. 8 power is what we've got. We only need 2 more for Clock King. We have to get 4 more to get Killer Croc on top of that, though. So 8 power. And draw a card. 9, 10, 11 is not going to do it. We'll get rid of Killer Croc, leaving us with 7 power. It's not enough to get rid of Clock King. New card coming out. New card getting destroyed. That's the other Plastic Man. So that's my only other way of destroying cards. Man, this is bad. 4 power. I can put a hero on top of my deck, or I can draw a card. We'll draw a card. 5, 6 power total. We'll use that to get another copy of Skeets, but that's it. New card to come out, and then a Survivor's Guild Destruction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Use Whirlwind here to draw 4 new cards. Two power, and I can put a superpower into my hand. 6 power total. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's enough to get rid of Deadshot here, and also get rid of Clock King. Three, 4, 5. All right, here we go. Our new personal crisis is Insecure. Discard each card with cost 5 or greater you control. You can't play cards with cost 5 or greater. Contribute a single card with cost 5 or greater. That's fine, we can do that. Then our new villain is Harvest. Can we defend against this? We can. You may discard this card to and any number of other cards to avoid an attack. If you do, draw cards equal to the number of other cards discarded. We will discard Weakness and Kick to draw 2 more cards. Let's get that lineup ready. 1 card coming out and 2 to destroy because of 2 personal crises. Here is White Lantern Power Ring, Power Battery for Insecure to go away. Damian Wayne here we'll use to discard Wally West because of Omen. It'll go on the bottom of our deck. So that's 2 power, draw a card. 3, 4, 5, 6 power is enough to say goodbye to Dr. Sivana and move on to the next turn. We're really just kind of maintaining things. We're still flying through that deck as we go against Survivor's Guild here, which hurts. It hurts to see. New card coming up. New card to destroy. Alright, Red Lantern Power Ring. Look at 2 cards and I get to destroy 1 of them. We'll destroy Legion Flight Ring. Leave Orange Lantern Power Ring here. So that's 2 power. 3, 4, 5. 6. Put a superpower into my hand. Probably going to be another Warm Embrace. 10 power, 11, 12. I mean, that's enough to beat Harvest. If we can just keep going fast like this, we will beat the game before Survivor's Guild has a chance to beat us. We will, maybe. We still have 3 villains left, but at the rate they're going, it might not be a problem. Unappreciated. Each time you contribute to a crisis, add the top card of the main deck to the lineup. Contribute 3 cards with cost 1 or greater. Yikes. Okay. Our new villain is Brother Blood. Each player reveals the top 3 cards of their deck. Pass 1 to the discard pile of the player on your left and destroy the rest. We'll keep Oa and destroy the rest of these cards. Now, that has to be during your turn. Yeah, during a turn. That's not during a turn, so that doesn't beat Survivor's Guild. That hurts. We'll start with Orange Lantern Power. Oh, wait. Card has to come out. 2 have to be destroyed. You may gain an equipment of cost 5 or less from the lineup and put it into your hand. We will gain Legion Flight Ring, and we're going to give it to Unappreciated. And then a new card has to come out for giving a card to that. One. Oh, this had to... What happened to this again? Let's go to the discard pile. So 1, 2, 3 plus all the heroes. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 power here. That's enough to say goodbye to Granny Goodness, leaving us with 5 power that we will spend on nothing. Nothing. New card coming out. 2 to destroy. That's Soul Taker Sword. That is a destruction card, which we need desperately. So Soul Taker Sword, if there's any way we can get it, maybe we can use Orange Lantern Power Ring. Anything we can do to get Soul Taker Sword so we can get rid of Survivor's Guilt. What else did we lose? We lost Force Field and Kyle Rayner. Those are 2 very good cards. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Come on. Get in there. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How are we going to do? We will start with Crimson Whirlwind. You may put your deck into your discard pile. Then we'll do Superboy. Put a superpower from my discard pile into my hand. Probably Warm Embrace. Or something for Unappreciated, huh? I should get something for Unappreciated. There's got to be a kick in here I don't need anymore. Yeah, I'll put a kick into our hand. Give it to this. That's going to add a card to the lineup, but it is going to beat Unappreciated. Oh, it needs 3 cards. Sorry. Not quite yet. So that's 3 power. 4, 5, 6, and then I can draw a card. 6 power, and I can draw a card. We're either going to buy Soul Taker Sword, or, I don't know, maybe we can find a way to get something to get rid of Unappreciated. 7 power. You know what? Yeah, we're just going to keep the 7 power. We'll buy Soul Taker Sword, and we'll also buy Helmet of Fate. New card coming out. 2 have to be destroyed. There's only a few turns left in this game. We're going to lose. Just warning you now. That's going to be a quick, brutal game. Alright. You can have Hawk Girl at this point. Just to get rid of Unappreciated. That's 3 cards. A new card has to come out. That's over at least. And then Warm Embrace, 4, 5, 6 power. We will use to get Indigo Power Ring. No, get rid of Granny Goodness. I'm just flying through this. Just like Survivor's Guilt is flying through this main deck on me. There's that, and I'm going to destroy this card. What's in here? Right, Soul Taker Sword is here. How can I get that into my hand? Is there anything I can do? Because we have Red Lantern Power Ring here. What can I do? I can put heroes on top of my deck, but that's not going to help me. I know what I can do. Okay. We're going to play Skeets, allowing us to put a hero on top of our deck. Then we're going to play the other Skeets, allowing us to draw a card. Then we play Crimson Whirlwind, allowing us to put our discard pile into our hand. Then we play Red Lantern Power Ring, revealing the top 2 cards of our deck. That didn't help us get Soul Taker Sword now that I think about it. I was hoping I could end up with a situation where Soul Taker Sword got drawn, but I've only had 2 draw cards. Okay. Reveal these 2 cards. We will destroy this weakness, which will add a card to the lineup, unfortunately. And we end up with 2 power total. Not gonna do it. Oh, 3 power with Vigilant Guard. Now, this is gonna be a heavy loss. We're almost to the end of this deck. Well, here's Soul Taker Sword, destroying this weakness, adding a card to the main deck. Oa can come on out. 4 power. I can gain an equipment from the lineup and put it into my hand. 5, 6 power is enough to say goodbye to Red Lantern Power Ring. New card comes on out. New card getting destroyed. I only have, looks like 2 turns left. With Oa, we can draw 6 cards at least. Okay, we will start with Damian Wayne, and we will discard both of these cards, but because of Omen, we'll put them at the bottom of our deck. Then we'll draw 2 cards. So that's 2. 3, put a superpower from my discard pile into my hand. There is only 1. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 is not quite enough. It is just shy of what I needed. This hurts today, man. Alright, there's Shazam for us at least. New card coming out. New card getting destroyed. Only have 1 last turn left. I have 5 cards to draw. Ugly. 2, 3, 6 power. This is not good. We lost. We lost bad. Really bad because of Survivor's Guilt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 new card coming out. 1 card to destroy. Four power. 5 plus all those heroes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 is enough to beat Brother Blood. So that happens. There is that. But man, did we get hit hard. That's the end of the game because I cannot add any more cards from the main deck. So what the heck happened? Survivor's Guilt was our first personal crisis. Then, through a series of bad draws, every single destruction card ended up in the destroyed pile. And there's nothing in this deck that allows you to get cards from the destroyed pile. That's just it. So how long is this? Almost an hour in, we've already lost, and we lost badly. It's almost like Crisis 4 was trying to teach me a lesson. And I think that lesson is don't say Crisis 4 is the easiest crisis. Crisis 4 is the easiest crisis when you don't start with the wrong personal crisis. Like Survivor's Guilt. I had 2 games today, and they both started with Survivor's Guilt. And one of them went okay, but this one went off the rails quick. I don't know if I just shouldn't have been defeating villains and hoping to get cards out. I don't know if I should have, I don't know. I guess maybe that's the answer. Maybe I should have just taken my time on the villains. I thought maybe I could get to the end, pushing through it and get the cards I need, but they just never came. They were just never, ever, ever came out. So, this was what was supposed to be a very easy game, became a very frustrating game, but that's okay. It happens sometimes. So, this is for the Solo Crisis League. So this is competitive in a way. Normally, Crisis expansion games are semi-cooperative. Well, they're fully cooperative if you play with people. And if you play solo, it's just a you versus the AI type situation. But we make it semi-competitive by measuring how big your main deck is at the end of the game. Like my 0 main deck here. Not going to look too good in the rankings this week. How many villains you defeated, how many weaknesses are in your main deck, which is going to be a lot for me. It's not going to be a good ranking night for me, but that's okay. I still had fun. I do like this game a lot, and I do wish I tried a few different things to make this work better. Didn't get to use Omen's ability too much because our one Damian Wayne got destroyed very early, and the other one didn't come out fast enough because we kept having a giant deck that we couldn't thin out. That's all I've got for you tonight. Oh, wait, no, it's not all I've got for you tonight. There are a few thank yous and such. So if you want to support the videos, the leagues, there's all sorts of ways you can do that. You can watch the videos and hello, thank you for doing that. You can check out the game mat here on my Etsy store. There's a link below. I've got a DC deck building one. I've got this Gwent themed one. If you're into that, I use that for so many different games. If you're interested in joining the leagues, that's also great. I really appreciate that. Anything to get more players in there. And there's also the Patreon. The Patreon gets you all sorts of rewards in the leagues like mid-round results. It gets you a special members-only round between seasons. And it just gets you extra special chat features and stuff. Additionally, you get thank yous in the video, so here's our thank yous for today. We have JK Damron, a member of the Solo Crisis League, and I hope Season 5 Round 2 treated you better than this round treated me. We got Kal-El672. Kal-El672, thank you for joining, one of the newest members of the Solo Crisis League, and I'm really hoping you're liking it so far. We got Tony Tails, a member of the Solo Champions League. Solo Champions League is a similar setup, but it uses Marvel Champions instead. That is all I have for you tonight. This really beat me up. I want to try again just to make myself feel better. But that's all I'm going to do tonight. Thank you again. You have a good night.